Hi, everybody. This is the Iowa Hells Angels YouTube channel. If you feel like talking, let's talk, because I'm here for you. Okay? This is just an impromptu live stream. If you feel like coming on here, I the floor is open because I will tell you right now, some people, they look at me like I'm a Looney Tunes son of a thief who 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 does not care about his life. Uh, And here's the funny thing: President Trump, even though they are saying he only did 12, uh, how shall I say this, daily briefs, he just got there. Good Lord, they may not. I don't know what they have planned for this administration. Well, some call it administration, some call it a regime. I'll tell you right now, as I sit here today, this is kind of amazing to watch the downfall of my country. I was sold a bill of goods when I was a kid coming up. I was told this is the greatest country in the world, that all that jazz, and we are told, yeah, as kids growing up, at least my millennial generation, we were told that this is the greatest country. We blah 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 blah. We're just so nonsense. And if we go outside of the country, we see that we are slowly being hated around the world. We went into Iraq, Afghanistan, etc., and we're still there. And it's like, how is that even possible? How? We should have had 5 years, and then did a mop up, and then that's it. But the quote unquote Sir Viceroy or Sir Vice War Criminal Dick Cheney, he literally helped bankrupt the country because we have 5% of the world's population. So at what point do we, a small country, have the right to tell other countries what to do? People need to wake up and realize that. Because I'm going to tell you right now, it really amazes me how some people really think it's okay that we can just throw our weight around and expect to be respected. And I'll tell you this from my own experience. This is not right. It is not fair to some people that say, well, we brought it on ourselves. Well, yeah, we kind of did. And if you truly think about it, um, yeah, we brought it on ourselves. And if we ever decide to fix the problem, maybe just maybe we can do something about it. But we got to start understanding how we got to this point. Most people would look at me and laugh and say, "Oh, you're just an ideologue and full of garbage." Well, maybe not. But I will say this: if it weren't for what happened to us on 9/11, or that particular mess mess, that we would have already been in WW. You know what? But I'll tell you right now, if it weren't for President Trump, we would have had a lot of problems. And I'll tell you right now, as I sit here and talk to you about this today, we have to be able to stand in our country and help one another. If we don't help one another, we ain't gonna survive as a country. I've noticed this quite a bit in my travels, and I've noticed how people do not act the same way as they did when I was a kid. They act way differently. And I'm telling you this right now because I see it every day. And I'm going to say it's got to end sometime. It really does. So all I'm asking is when you come across this live stream, like, share, subscribe, and click that bell notification so you can get future live streams and videos. What I'm saying to you, my friend, is this. We have to learn to trust one another because that's how we're going to survive this. Okay? That's how we're going to survive this if we do the right thing for one another and do the right thing, so to speak, that we do right by one another and make sure that we're good to one another. And if we do that, we should be good to go. And if we don't, then at what point do we deserve to have this country? That's what I'm asking my betters is at what point do we deserve to have this country, this existence as a country? At what point do we get to have this country? You have to ask yourself that question. Okay? You have to ask yourself that question. At what point do we get to have the right to this country that our forefathers have bled and died for so goddamn long that we can't sit there and say thank you to them and we stand on the shoulder of giants. And that's how we have to look at it, at least in my humble opinion. Because if we don't, then we're screwing ourselves. Anyway, thanks so much.